There must be a ball in the subway. What can't you do for health and vitality? This is a time when health is the trend around the globe. What kind of secrets to health is Taiwan hiding? They say doing this makes your stomach fat disappear. Let's go find out the secrets to health that only Taiwanese people know. It's morning in Taipei, a city where old and new buildings coexist. In Zhongzheng Park, in the middle of the city, is a place where dignified and elegant traditional buildings stand amidst a forest of skyscrapers. With the refreshing morning breeze blowing in the air, this park doesn't seem different from any other park in the world. But then we spot people practicing martial arts. Hello there! What are you doing so early in the morning? There are women who are wielding a sword as if they're about to go to war. And over there, far away, we can see another group of women practicing martial arts, all dressed in red. They say that all these people get up early to practice martial arts in this park. This man seems quite good at what he's doing. He gathers chi to the tips of his fingers and gently stretches his body. This is Tai Chi, which most Taiwanese practice.
I'm 83 years old. I'm pretty good, aren't I?
That's nothing. You should be at least as good as I am. I'll gather the energy of the sun into my body and... Hi-ya!
Are you going to compete in a competition?
This is my morning exercise. I've been doing it for over 30 years already. This cured my arthritis and I'm much healthier now.
The woman shows almost perfect martial arts movements. If you want to be healthy, how about coming out in the morning? If you want to be healthy, how about coming out in the morning to exercise like these people? It's late at night in a subway station. But there's an unusual sight here where numerous people pass. People gather here one by one after work. This woman is even putting sneakers on. Excuse me, why are you putting on sneakers?
I'm here to dance.
Are you all ready? I'll turn the music on then.
As soon as the music starts, the young and old start dancing with their hands held together. Don't be shy, let's just dance. They aren't shy from the passers-by who stare at them. They are all engrossed in the fun of dancing. Some people already start to sweat, but by gosh, this is fun. By dancing like this, all the stress that they've received that day is poured out of their systems along with their sweat. Hey, wait a minute, they're not discoing or dancing the tango. They seem to be dancing quite a few dances. So, what are these people dancing?
We're dancing folk dances of the world. We dance 700 to 800 folk dances here.
Wow! 800 folk dances? How can all these people memorize all of those dances? It is fascinating that not even one person missteps, but the entire group is dancing in perfect unison. What do these people do? Do they dance all day?
We've been dancing together for 20 years since college. So this is really nothing that special. We sometimes even dance other countries' folk dances too.
These people have incorporated dance into their lives from the time that they were in school. Many of the onlookers stay watching them dance as if they were envious of these people.
Oh, I am so envious of those people. If I lived just a bit closer, I would love to join them.
If you've relieved a lot of stress dancing and feel tired, our next location is the perfect place to go.
Welcome!
This place is a foot massage shop. A foot massage works to relieve your fatigued body and helps blood circulation and indigestion. But there's just one problem. It's quite painful. You can see the pain on the distorted faces of customers here. Does it hurt a lot?
Yes, it hurts really.
The foot masseuses have incredibly strong hands, and they use them with force when massaging feet. Can't you massage people a little softer?
If I massage softly, it won't be effective. There are lumps in your foot, and I must loosen them in order for the massage to be effective.
After the massage is finished, it is time to wash your feet. Although there are many foot massage shops in Taiwan, they say that this place offers a special service when they wash your feet. The woman mixes a colored powder into the water. What could it be?
We add powder to this foot bath that's made from lavenders. It helps circulation and calms the skin.
Aside from lavender, many other ingredients are used here. There are ingredients made from herbs, ginseng, and many other naturally occurring plants. It is maybe because of this service that the number of customers here is increasing.
We have over 70 customers a day here. People feel healthy after they've had a massage. That's why they keep on coming back.
This is another massage shop. You can see the shoes of the many customers here. What kind of massage can draw so many people? This is the Taiwan Knife Massage Association. What? Knife massage? This seems so absurd. Is it really possible to massage someone with a knife? We didn't think that it was likely, but wow! The doctor is really hitting a person on the head with a knife. Doctor, you could hurt the man like this. Looking at the knives sends chills down our spines. Are you using a real knife to massage people?
This is a real knife.
Although it looks quite dangerous, the knife massage has been recognized by the Taiwanese government to be legitimate, and Dr. Pang Wen-sing even has a doctorate degree. The knife massage, which uses acupuncture points on the body, is a medicinal technique that has been used in China for over 5,000 years. The basic principle behind the knife massage is to stimulate blocked acupuncture points to unblock them and help the circulation of the blood. But why must the massage use dangerous knives?
I made these knives myself so that they have a plus-charged magnetic field to them. Our bodies are charged negatively, and when the knife touches the body, it replenishes the body's energy, and this is an effective way of massage.
After receiving a knife massage, the man's body has become pink. The fascinating thing about the knife massage is that the customers here are never cut. How can you hit a person with the edge of a knife and not cut them?
Take a look at this knife. Isn't the edge very sharp? But instead of cutting, our masseuses have practiced enough that they can just stimulate the skin. So you'll never get cut.
Even though it looks shiny and sharp, can the knife be fake by any chance? Is the doctor lying to us? In order to answer this question, he demonstrates the sharpness of the blade by slicing a sheet of paper with it. If you aren't careful, this blade could easily take off a finger. His knife massage is already famous here in Taiwan, and there are many who have claimed that it has healed their diseases. But is it really effective?
After receiving the massage, I feel as if I've been charged with electricity, and I feel refreshed.
We still can't believe it, so our PD decides to give it a try, but regrets his decision as soon as he sees the blade. Finally, the knife massage begins. The doctor massages his tense shoulders, and then it's time to make his stomach fat disappear. The doctor hits the PD's stomach with quite a bit of force, and the PD's face has turned pale. How was the massage?
Don't think that I'm being massaged by a knife. It's alright, but I could feel the knife.
The Knife Massage Center is quickly becoming famous, and many people, especially those on diets, are keeping this place busy.
Because you can feel the effects of the knife massage right away, it will continue to be popular.
What are those people doing on the street? They don't look like street vendors. People are sitting facing each other, and women are busily doing something to the faces of their partners. Excuse me, what are you doing?
Me? I'm performing a string massage. Don't you know what a string massage is?
A string massage? Out on the street? They say that receiving a string massage makes you look 3 years younger. What kind of magic can a piece of string perform? why don't we take a look at the string massage performed in an outside beauty parlor that makes people look younger and prettier. First, the customer's hair is pulled back with a headband. Then the customer's face is powdered with white powder like that of a kabuki doll, and this ends the preparations. Next, the string massage starts in earnest. The masseuse skill is based on quick hand movements. The pretty masseuse prides herself on her technique and her lightning-fast speed. After the powder is shaken off with the string, the face is rid of fine hairs. Although it doesn't take many tools, but the effect is quite nice. How is it?
Oh, it's quite refreshing. My skin is tighter and receives makeup much better. I receive a massage every week. Your skin really gets better.
The shops of this area receive a combined 400 to 500 customers daily. Today, a young man is receiving a skin massage. How is it?
This is my first time and it feels prickly, but I'll endure it so that my skin gets better.
After 6 months of intensive training, the masseuses come out to the street to work. But don't take them lightly just because they work on the street. They make as much as most professionals in Taiwan. They make the equivalent of $100 a day. They are actually quite well paid.
Aren't you envious of my fat wallet?
She's most happy at the end of the day when she's counting your money.
I usually have about 12 customers a day, but today I made more money than usual because I have a lot of customers.
The customer's in good mood as well. She's satisfied looking into the mirror.
What do you think? Don't I look prettier now that I've had the massage?
The people of Taiwan have more interest in health than any other place. The desire to lead a healthy and youthful life has been the desire of humanity for a long time. Each country has its own secrets to health. But the real secret to health is a spirited life and a bright and optimistic outlook on life.
There is a special event that is held on Indonesia's Madura Island. It is a super speed bull race called the Carapan Sapi. We'll visit the exciting fast-paced races to find out who will become the next champion. We start out from Jakarta to the Madura Island where the Carapan Sapi race is held. But along the way, we stop at a place full of a special charm. This is Borobudur Temple. It is quite fascinating to find the world's largest Buddhist temple in the heart of a Muslim country. This is the reason that many of the Buddha statues here have been damaged due to religious strife of the religion. Because Muslims have used the temple for target practice, many of the statues have missing parts. The most famous constructions of the temple are these towers. People are putting their arms into the tower as if there's something there. What's in the tower?
Yeah, I just touched the statues. If you touch the statues within the tower, your wishes will be fulfilled.
This is the reason there are people here touching the statues all year long. There are quite a few towers that contain statues of Buddha here. The tourists here have touched this statue so often that it has lost its hands. Now it's on to the Madura Islands to see the exciting bull races there. This ferry is the only way onto Madura Island. And today it is filled with people who are on their way to watch the Carapan Sapi bull races. The Carapan Sapi races are this island's biggest festival, and during the month that the races are held, the island is full of endless festivities. The Carapan Sapi is an exciting race that shows the courage and roughness of the people of Maduri. Riding behind the lightning-fast bulls without any safety features is not a sport for the faint of heart. This is the reason that the victorious team emerges as the biggest star of the island and receives fame and fortune at the same time. Arus, a coach who has coached countless winners of the Carapan Sapi, is hard at work training Panji, the jockey that is favored to win this year. Panji, who is only 14, is last year's champion, and his coach seems to believe that he will become this year's champion as well.
Panji, listen to my advice. No matter what, being in touch with the bulls is what's most important for tomorrow's race. If you're in touch with the bulls, you'll become champion. If you're ready, you'll be able to win the race.
Because the next day holds a race for all of the glory of Madura, people seem tense during the evening. The agitated bulls are very jumpy, and Panji, who is worried about the state of the bulls, prepares a little meal of milk and eggs to comfort them. Calm down, everything will be fine. Finally, the day of the race arrives, and it offers perfect weather for such an event. The entire island bustles with excitement, and people start arriving at the racetrack. Finally, the bulls arrive at the race. In one corner, tickets for the races begin to be sold. Each ticket is 2,000 rupiah, which is the equivalent of 28 cents. This is the 130-meter-long racetrack. The unique bulls that live on Madura Island are known as the world's fastest bulls. They are also known for their large, pretty eyes. These are also the reasons that these bulls are 2 to 3 times more expensive than other bulls. Finally, the bulls and jockeys start warming up. And some even take time trial runs. Boy, do those bulls run fast.
Well, the reason that people of Madura love the bull races so much is that they love strength.
So what are these women doing at such a wild and exciting sport? This is the chance of a lifetime for merchants here to make money. Today, the racetrack becomes a market where everything is sold. They make money selling these cigarettes, which are loved by the men here. In one corner, a person is busy grinding something. On a closer look, we can see that he is grinding ice. Even here, summer is a season for the cold taste of slushies. It is the hottest selling item here. We also followed a savory aroma to come to this place. It is a place that sells kebabs. These kebabs made from pork and goat's meat are called satay ayam. This is delicious. Interestingly, because this is an Islamic country, they don't sell any alcohol here. Panji's bulls are examined one last time. So why are these areas around the eyes painted black? Panji, what's the reason for this?
This will help the bulls see well. This blocks the reflection of the sun.
This is the same reason that baseball players paint their eyes black. It is 30 minutes before the races begin. The bulls that are the stars of the day dance to music. The traditional music of Madura, gamelan, is played to excite the bulls. The people as well as the bulls seem to enjoy the spirited music. The bulls seem to be affected by the music and respond by energetically dancing and jumping. And now it's time to begin the races. Finally, the first team comes up to the starting line. Because the races have no age limit, and because jockeys with lesser body weight have the advantage, many young children jockey the races. This young jockey is a child of 7. When the bulls jump out ferociously and charge ahead, many people follow them, shaking cans with rocks at them to scare the bulls into running faster. Wow, look at the lightning-fast speed of the bulls that run 130 meters in an astonishing 10 seconds. The bulls are so fast that it is difficult even to make out their dynamic forms. Although 24 teams participate in the races, only one team can be victorious.
Next teams to the starting line, please.
Finally, it is Panji's turn. This is the moment he's been working so hard all year for. Panji gets on the light track behind the bulls. We can see that he has hurt himself from practicing with such fervor. This is the moment when the victor and loser will be decided. He grabs the bull's tail so that it won't move. People cover the bull's eyes. This is done because by covering their eyes and opening them when the race starts, it will surprise the bull into running even faster. Everybody waits for the signal with their breaths held. Will Panji be victorious? Finally, they're off. Panji and his bulls muster up all their strength. The two teams go head to head, and it's difficult to tell who is faster. Who will be the victor that the goddess of luck smiles upon this time? The team passes the finish line almost simultaneously. Because they came in so close, it is difficult to tell who won, and even the crowds gathered here seem to be in confusion. Let's check in slow motion. Oh no! Panji loses by the breadth of a hair. Panji's expression shows his disbelief at the results. Still, the way he feeds grass to calm down his excited bulls shows the composure of a champion. Although he has lost the race, he doesn't forget to give his bulls a grateful kiss. Panji seems completely let down by the fact that all of his hard work and sweat for the past year is for naught. This is a sad moment for him.
Although I'm sad that I've lost, I'll try harder next time.
The next day, Panji returns to the beach like always to train his bulls. Although he lost the day before, Panji is not one to give up.
Panji is still quite young, and if he trains hard, he'll have a good shot at next year's race. I think he's the best person who will be qualified to win the race next year.
Panji is a 14-year-old boy who dreams of winning the Carapan Sapi for the second time. Even today, he is hard at working training his bulls. Panji will never give up on returning to the glorious place as the champion of the Carapan Sapi races on Maduri Island. As long as Panji does not give up, he will have infinite possibilities waiting for him. As long as Panji learns from his mistakes and never gives up, a bright and hopeful tomorrow will always be waiting for him around the corner.
Svalbard, a land of icebergs covered with perennial snow, a white land as clean as a block of ice freshly picked out of the water. Let's meet the people of the beautiful Svalbard who exist in perfect harmony with nature. The Svalbard Islands are located around 80 degrees north latitude between Norway and the Arctic. The islands are the northernmost point where human habitation exists. The island is slightly smaller than West Virginia in the States. A score of scientific research camps from many countries are located on the island. The name Svalbard means cold coast, and the islands are covered with snow and icebergs all year round. The place is also a heaven for wild animals. Along with the polar bear, Arctic fox, and seal, about 60 specimens of wild animal call these islands their home. From September to February, only night continues, and the nights are replaced with white night between April and August. Svalbard is a land of breathtaking natural beauty. We go on board a ship to the Spitsbergen Island, where towns exist. The weather was so cold that we could hardly keep ourselves warm, even with all the clothes people were wearing. As the ship neared Spitsbergen, we could see fjords with their typical patterns. Formed during the Ice Age, fjords are one of the 7 natural wonders of the world, along with the Himalayas and Grand Canyon. we saw an ice floe floating on the water, a sign that there's an iceberg nearby. After 5 hours of sailing, the ship arrived in the Bay of Imal called Iceberg Area. Looking like rocks, the formation of icebergs was a grand sight to behold. The icebergs were so white, they looked blue in some places, as if sculptured by design. Cliffs of the iceberg formation were brimming with unequaled natural beauty. At that moment, we saw a number of whales swimming in the sea. They were so close that we could even hear their breath. To our excitement, the whales were swimming on the surface of the water. It almost seemed surreal. A crew of the ship picked up an ice floe from water using a milk box. We were curious and eager to see how an ice floe looked. It was so clean and translucent that we could see air bubble holes inside the floe. To warm themselves up, passengers line up for a drink of whiskey using the splinters of the ice floe. It was refreshing to witness the scenery filled with magnificent icebergs and roaming wild animals. Longyearbyen on Spitsbergen Island is the largest settlement in Svalbard. The town has a population of 1,000. The houses here are built in a unique fashion. Every house stands about 1 meter above the ground. Also, pipes for water supply and drainage are all installed above the ground like this. The reason is to prevent them from getting buried under heavy snowfall. Every household owns at least 3 snowmobiles. Snowmobiles are the essential means of transportation during winter. A white night passes and it's morning. We met Peter at the town's entrance. He begins the day with chopping wood. He usually spends his time taking care of little things which he needs to live in Svalbard. Not much happens in the town and it's usually very quiet. What kind of life does Peter lead in this Svalbard?
I feel so free and comfortable here. I don't have any stress.
Peter nurtures more than 20 dogs. He spends his morning feeding the dogs. These dogs are Alaskan Huskies, which are famous for being sled dogs. In the winter, the dogs are fed special food. It is seal. These are dried seals hunted during the summer. Dried seals become nice food supplements during the calorie-consuming winter season for sled dogs.
My dogs are fast and strong. And they're great sled dogs, and also very mild and obedient.
Peter was very proud of his dogs and went on to show us a demonstration. In no time, a sled pulling a team of 12 dogs was assembled. But where is the sled? Instead of a sled, the dogs were made to pull this car. Can they do it? Let's go! The dogs strongly start pulling the car. Two dogs in the van are the leaders of this team, and the rest of the dogs pull the vehicle without much trouble. In the backdrop of a picturesque hill, the dogs ran without tiring. Hey Peter, what's Ahab?
I say a hub to keep them going, and say oh to make them stop.
The dogs have already pulled the car halfway around the village. The speedometer indicates that the car is running at a speed of 20 kilometers an hour. It's not exactly lightning speed, but it was interesting to see the dogs pulling a car with a driver inside. Ordinary dogs can't pull a car with a passenger inside. It's something only gritty sled dogs can do. After 1 hour of pulling, the dogs return to their home. So how does Peter drive the dogs in the wanted direction?
The leader dogs in the van are the smart ones. The rest just follow the leaders. All I have to do is give a command to the leader dogs. It's really easy. I don't have much work to do.
The leader dog from the older dog.
The dogs may be strong, but pulling a car must be a tough job even for them. Peter, why don't you just drive the car?
Oh no, it's summer, so there's no sled right now. And I have to train them anyway, so I might as well save my gas money.
The dogs love to run at least once a day, and they're like Peter's family. Peter is looking forward to next winter to enjoy a sled ride with the dogs. There's another interesting scene in Svalbard. There are many people on the street carrying a rifle on their back. What's their story?
Oh, we carry rifles because of the polar bears. When hungry, they come down to town and surprise people.
People always check their rifle cartridges first before an outing. This is a gun shop in the town. All kinds of guns are sold here. The price of guns range from $200 to $800.
Hey, Mubi. Yes,
Yes, polar bears are very dangerous, and because of that, almost everyone in town owns a gun or a rifle.
Polar bears.
There are some restricted areas, but for the most part, people are free to hunt animals. As soon as we arrived, we spotted a couple of reindeer. They've not been out on a hunting trip for a while. Let's see how the people of Svalbard hunt wild animals. A skilled hunter is someone who can kill his prey instantly with just one bullet. So as to inflict minimal pain on the animal. A veteran takes aim and is ready to pull the trigger. The man successfully hunts the reindeer. By the way, can anyone hunt?
No. Only people with a license can hunt. You have to pass many difficult tests in order to earn a hunting license.
In order to receive the license, an applicant must pass a written test, training, and real hunting. This is the hunting license. As a matter of fact, today's hunting was part of a training program for license applicants. An official from the mayor's office teaches them how to skin hunted reindeer. The man looks a little uneasy at the grim sight, but the boys watch the demonstration with keen interest.
I'm not scared at all. I always wanted to see reindeer hunting.
Skinning dead reindeer is not an easy task. At any rate, why do they provide training on skinning reindeer?
We're doing this to teach them about meat processing. They hunt well, but don't know what to do with their hunted animals. And most others really don't know how to process the meat.
Mr. Ola brought his reindeer to his friend's house. The man is a cook. Reindeer meat tastes good, even without seasoning. After some mincing, the reindeer steaks are broiled in a pan. Oh, they look very tempting.
Reindeer meat doesn't have any smell, and it tastes great. It's very good for stamina, too.
They begin to eat reindeer steaks. How do you like it?
Oh, it's very tender and juicy. I love it.
Svalbard, the land of icebergs where nature and men coexist. The people of Svalbard are pioneers who make a living out of the frozen land. Their lives are filled with wisdom and will to preserve nature.
Brazil, the heart of South America. Brazil has the 5th largest population in the world and is famous for its fabulous natural scenery. But besides that, the country has things that are very special. Let's meet the 3 attractions of Brazil. Here we go. This is Rio de Janeiro, one of the 3 most beautiful ports in the world, as well as Brazil's 2nd largest city. More than anything else, Rio de Janeiro is famous for the statue of Christ on a 710-meter-high mountain peak. It is also famous for the Copacabana beach, where attractive ladies in bikinis enjoy sunbathing on golden sands. But people on the streets have a different idea.
Samba! Samba!
Samba! Muito bom!
Before everything else, the Samba Carnival is the hottest thing in Brazil. Gorgeous ladies in fantastic outfits dancing in samba rhythm are the biggest attraction. Of all, the samba dance blazing with passion is what makes Brazil famous.
Oh, it's really fantastic!
That's the #1 attraction of Brazil. It's the best.
It's so fantastic that you'll pass out at the sight.
To see the 2nd attraction of Brazil, we rented a chopper. The snake-shaped river down there is the Iguazu River. Have you guessed what the attraction is? We were told that we would meet our 2nd attraction by following the river. Out of the lush green jungle, a breathtaking sight emerged. This is Iguazu Waterfall, the 2nd attraction of Brazil. Located on the national border between Brazil and Argentina, 270 river streams converge at Iguazu to form the massive waterfalls. The falling height is taller than that of the Niagara Falls. The raw energy exuded by the fall was truly awesome. It was a sight that reminded us of the great power of nature. Together with the valley below and surrounding jungles, Iguazu Fall provide a magnificent scenery. We went upstream on a speedboat for a closer look at the fall from down below. It was a thrilling ride. As we neared, we saw massive waterfalls behind mountains of rocks, 5 kilometers in width and more than 100 meters in height. At the highest point, the fall releases 1,720 square meters of water per second. The huge waterfall sounded like a grand orchestra symphony. This spot is called Devil's Throat, where the larger number of streams fall. At the speed of falling waters, people can't help but to praise the man who came up with the name. In 1984, UNESCO named the Iguazu Fall as one of the world's most important natural sites. The fall also served as shooting locations for movies. At last, we arrived in front of the fall, and the sight made us feel insignificant about ourselves. It was a novel experience to see waterfalls up so close. Added to that, a rainbow appeared. The Iguazu Fall is a precious gift from nature, worthy of the title, 2nd attraction of Brazil.
His name is George. He's very famous.
I would have married him if I were young.
He has heaps of gold in his house.
Who is this man named Jorge?
Nice to meet you.
He is a 55-year-old man named Jorge with a nickname of Gold Boy. The man is the 3rd attraction of Brazil. Unlike what we were told, we couldn't find any gold in his house, except a gold chain he was wearing.
Gold. Yeah, it's in the sea.
So we went out to the beach to see some gold. But strangely, Jorge begins to dig the sand. Does he have gold in there? He digs. He digs again. Hey, Jorge, stop digging and show us some gold, please. He doesn't seem to get tired of digging. And at last, he finds something in the sand.
Yeah, it's a coin. It's from the year 1939. It's something you can see only in a museum. Sometimes I find them on the beach here.
Jorge's job is to collect what bathers lost or left behind in the beach. He searches the beach with his homemade tool. He smiles, and it looks like he found something valuable. Wow, it's a gold chain!
I'm going to dive in and find gold when the waters are calm.
It's a quiet afternoon, and waters are calm. Jorge makes preparations for diving. He wears simple diving gear for the job of searching gold underwater. Can he do the job with such insufficient gear? Don't worry, to our surprise, he is as nimble as fish underwater and begins to search gold here and there. Jorge works in the beach from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., so he pretty much lives his life by the sea. To him, the sea is his lover and friend. Looks like Jorge found something good. It's a gold ring! In no time, he comes back out of water again with a bill in his hand.
Yeah, I just scooped up this $100 bill in the water. The sea, it's full of hidden treasures. Yeah, good. Very good.
He's able to make a living from collecting valuable things in the sea. He even has his bank savings. He became good at his job and knows where to search. By the way, how did he get into this?
It goes back 30 years.
One day at the beach, Jorge found a nice pair of sunglasses lying on the sand. He returned it to the owner, and the owner gave Jorge money to thank him. At that moment, Jorge decided to make this his career. In the past, he used to work in a butcher's shop, and he hated it, for it was too hard and miserable. He always felt unhappy, so he switched his job to this, and has been very happy ever since. At the sight of a cleaning truck, Jorge quickly comes out of water. With an angry face, he gives a hard stare at someone. His rival is the cleaning worker. The man looks unsettled by Jorge's attention.
If he cleans everything in the beach, how am I supposed to make a living?
The cleaning worker slowly backs away from furious Jorge. It's an unpleasant moment for the man also.
I do this because it's my job, but I do feel bad and I get quite uneasy when I think about him and what he does.
In the end, the cleaning truck leaves the beach, unable to withstand the hard stare of Jorge. These are what he found in the sea today.
I got money, a gold chain, and a gold ring. Today's my lucky day.
A cop watches Jorge from a distance. Is what Jorge does illegal?
No, of course not. He's just picking up things which belong to nobody.
After the day's work, he heads to a shop in the city. This is his happiest moment. It's a jewelry shop. During the last 30 years, Jorge brought to this jewelry shop 18 kilograms of gold in total. It amounts to approximately $15,000. With great anticipation in his eyes, he watches the appraising lady. How much are they worth? The lady even weighs Jorge's gold chain.
This chain isn't worth much.
Come on, be more generous.
No, George. I'm sorry.
Jorge gets only $60, but he looks happy.
With this job, I raised 5 children. I feel great about what I do.
To most people, the beach is a place for rest and relaxation, but to Jorge, it's a workplace. On the beach, he searches for gold. But what he really finds there is a small hope for the future. As always, our gold boy will be working hard under the blazing sun on the beach of Rio de Janeiro.